let me go back to, my days when, as a young kid. This would have been, I think, like 1967, 1968. So I was like 12, 13 years old. And after the Kobo shows, we would always, like some of us fans, would be lucky enough to have tickets for the Sunday TV tapings over in Windsor. Mm-hmm. So take the tunnel bus over and, walk over to CKLW, Channel 9 studios, and we got to watch, 2 one-hour shows. Mm-hmm. And then, you got to see the board that showed the lineup for, the show coming up in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And, you got to see, the squash matches and everything like that. Yeah. So anyway, this particular day, one particular match involved Killer Karl Kox. And he was quite a jokester, quite a ribber, but he was mean and nasty, and fans hated him. And more than anything on his commentary, Lord Layton really, came across with that commentary, how hated he was. Yeah. And I don't think him and Layton got along too well because they were both in Australia, for many years, wrestling, and I know Layton went against him. So I don't know if Layton had anything bad against him at this time. So anyway, it's going to be, a 5-minute or less squash match, and I can't even remember the opponent. It was an enhancement talent. Mm-hmm. So this particular day, Killer Karl Kox starts the match. He's wailing on the guy. And at one point, he probably told the guy, in the ring, he says, "Give me an atomic knee drop." So at one point, the guy goes around Killer Karl Kox, grabs him by the stomach, picks him up, and drops him on his knee. And Killer Karl Kox selling it. Oh boy, he's selling it. And at one point, he's like, ugh, and he goes over to the corner right by the camera. And he puts his hand down the back of his wrestling trunks. And it's like, and then he pulls it up, and it's like, he's got brown, something dripping off his fingers. And he's looking at it, and he's looking at it, and he goes, and he starts smelling it. And then the next thing you know, Killer Karl Kox does this. Please starts, and the fans are like, "Oh my God, what the heck is going on here?" And Lord Layton is, beside himself.
Hello, what have we here?
Hello, what do we have here? And oh God, it was a segment that I'm sure they showed it on TV.
I don't ever remember seeing it. I don't know how they could have.
Oh, I remember that to this day.
Had it.
Yeah, but if anything, that segment made me care for a piece of chocolate.
Where's that been?
Yeah. And what ended up happening was Killer Karl Kox, to mess with, everybody, the promotion and stuff, took a Hershey bar and put it between his cheeks, under his trunks, and by wrestling and, beforehand, well, it kind of, melted in a little bit of way.
Yeah.
And, when he did that knee drop and did that whole thing, it's like, whew, oh boy, piece of chocolate.
Wow, that's a real refreshing story to hear.